So, I've got a lot to explain, haven't I? Where have I been? Why have I been gone for so long? What happened? Well, I'm about to explain all of that right now. Now, a lot of you have noticed that my YouTube account disappeared without a trace. Some of you might have seen the final message on there too. The reason I deleted the channel is because at the time, I didn't feel quite proud of what I'd made and looked at it more as a cringy show. Now, that might have been heavy self-criticism because I was pretty hard on myself. But at the same time, my mental health was not in a good state at the time. I'd rather not go into explicit detail, but let's just say that a whole load of horrific thoughts were going through my head and it was pretty bad. I still don't feel great at the moment, but a lot better than I did 10 years ago. But looking back now, Shape Battle really was not that bad. But there could have been improvements to be made in terms of the plot lines, the script writing, and less cameos. Too many cameos. Anyway, let's move on. Now, the first thing I need to mention is that there is a YouTube channel impersonating me, going by my same name. I'm confirming right here, right now, that this YouTube channel will be my only channel, including my music channel as well. But then again, this post on the impersonation channel would have been enough to show that this is not me, given the misspelling. Now, on to the real topic. Shape Battle will be returning, but it will not be returning as a competition-based show. It will be returning more as a drama series. The reason being is because I was getting fed up with object shows, continuing with this tradition of having to be nothing more than a competition-based show. So grand prize, alliances, teammates, the list goes on. I thought it was starting to get old and overrated, and I thought I'd take a different approach. So to put it short, yes, it is returning, but under a different title and genre. So I have to come up with a plot, and a story, and a script, and a title. I should also mention that some of the characters from the original casting might be replaced with new characters. Or I might keep those old characters but change their personalities, I don't know. Another thing, I mentioned somewhere that I didn't have any plans to upload any episodes of Shape Battle. But I've had a long think about it afterwards. I can't just leave out the old series and nostalgia that got me here in the first place. So I've decided they will all be re-uploaded as soon as possible. But I also might have a little surprise for all of you, regarding episode 5. I managed to animate parts of the 5th episode of Shape Battle and exported it, back in 2014. However, the laptop I have that file on is pretty old. Windows Vista. But it still works. Decent, I guess. However, I cannot log into it because it gives me this message. So this means I'll have to take it to a technician and either have the login error fixed or have the files recovered, including the clip of episode 5. So fingers crossed that can happen. Last thing, some of you might know from my Instagram that I'm a concert pianist, or a musician to put it short, meaning that I have not been active in the object show community for several years. However, in a few months, I will be studying a master's course at a conservatoire, which is a music university. And this is a highly demanding course. This means that this project will be more of a side project. But during my spare time, I will be working on plots and storylines. I will eventually need to have script writers and animators, as I don't want this project to be a one-person project, like with Shape Battle. But it was worth it in the end. So, that's all I have to say for now. Thank you very much for the support on my recent post of Red Circle. It really meant a lot and I was not expecting to see so many people. And to have gotten over 100 followers from that too. Which is crazy. But I really appreciate it and it meant a lot. So thank you so much. So, until next time, see you very soon.